Good morning. This is the first installation of In the Kitchen with Nutrabolics Athlete Paul Vaillancourt. That's me. And I'm going to, obviously, the first one should be the first meal of the day, breakfast. I just got out of bed and I'm about to make my breakfast shake. I've posted pictures before of what I like to eat for breakfast. I usually do a shake because it's faster. And then I'll have a whole food meal, within an hour or an hour and a half of the morning shake. So I'm just going to go over all of the ingredients that I like to use. Obviously, you can mix and match to your own tastes. My goal is to put on, lean muscle mass, so there's a lot of calories. And usually what I do is I have a big blender, and so I make up a couple shakes at a time. So first thing I always do is to start off with egg whites. I'm going to put in a full 500 gram container. I just get that started. For my fats, I'm going to use peanut butter and coconut oil. Depending on what flavor of protein I have, I'll use peanut butter sometimes if it goes good with the flavor. Right now I've got Isobolic strawberries and cream protein, so the peanut butter goes really, really well with it. It makes like a peanut butter and jam type flavored shake. Oftentimes too, with my coconut oil, I'll also use grapeseed oil or olive oil just to add extra fats to the shake. So in goes the egg whites, oats, I like most of my meals have about 120 grams of carbs. I was doing that primarily from oats, but what I was finding was it was impossible to drink it all down because it was such a massive amount of oats. So I started using carbohydrate powder even in my shakes. Normally I use the carbohydrate powder only around workout times, but just to help me get in more calories, more carbohydrates during my regular meals, I've started using it in my shakes as well. Waxybolic, I use the unflavored in my shakes just because it's easier. And Waxybolic, I've used a lot of different Waxy Mace products over the years, and this one is absolutely the best, most user-friendly one I've ever come across. It's just like, it's such a good texture and consistency. It's not, it's only about half as messy as most Waxy Mace products, and it's not super like chalky, overpowered tasting in the mouth. So I'm very impressed with this Waxy product. If I lined up all of the Waxy containers I've used over the years, we probably could go around my property a couple of times. Take a lot of Waxy Mace. Protein, Isobolic strawberries and cream is the current flavor of the month. This is a fantastic tasting protein. I'm typically a vanilla guy, but the strawberries and cream is pretty badass. Really enjoying it. And with throwing in a little bit of peanut butter, it makes it just like a PB&J sandwich. 4 scoops. Coconut oil. In this hot weather, it's nice and liquidy. It's kind of like a gel. In the winter months, what I'll do is I take this and I'll throw it in the microwave and just melt it down a little bit so that it spreads better in the blender, because it gets pretty hard in regular winter room temperature. It's a pretty firm product. I like it to be soft so it spreads around a little bit. And it makes everything taste awesome. Makes everything taste like Mexico. PB. Running a little low on PB, so we went heavy on the coconut oil this morning. And just, for those of you that are unaware, this is a all-natural PB. The only ingredient is peanuts. There's no added sugar. I've come to prefer this over regular peanut butter. I think regular peanut butter kind of tastes crappy now. And no Paul V shake would be complete without the old Splenda jug. Sprinkle a little on. A little cancerous sweetness. I'm going to chuck a couple ice cubes in there. To cool it off. And some fresh and delicious water. thing that I think, you know, all strength athletes or bodybuilders should have is a good blender. I got this blender as a birthday present from my lovely wife a few years back, and absolutely there's no turning back from this blender. It is the most badass blender in the universe. The Ninja. I broke the top off of it though, so sometimes it gets a little messy. Just the like of that. We're going to do one for now and one for later. Just fill a shaker cup for later. Chuck it in the fridge. It's a convenient meal for whenever I need one later. It's just as easy to make two at the same time as it is to make one. You only have to clean the blender once. And there you go. That's my breakfast of champions, if you will, utilizing the Isobolic and the Waxybolic and a few other household detergents and chemicals here help make everything taste awesome. I have no idea what the calories are. It's a big dirty shake, about 120 grams of carbohydrates and 65 to 70 grams of protein.